I'm back streaming. Wait, I'll be right back. I'll get some water because we will be reading stuff. So okay, let me go and break. Hello, hello. I'm back. Hello. I think the reason there's like a sound is because of my PC because it's beside my microphone. Do you see this? Do you hear that? Not my water. Hang on. Fuck. I don't think you can hear it, but from to me, it's like, like the stock cooler is just spinning around. So yeah, I think it's that sound. But whatever, doesn't matter right now. Let's start some games. What was okay? Let's play Stillwater. This game is called Stillwater. Let me see if it's in the category section. Okay, it is. Nice. Okay, good. Alrighty. Should I eat first? Oh, what was that? Oh. I don't know what that was, but there was a dog sound. Oh, it's the game. I'm so stupid. Hang on a minute. Let me show you the game. I opened the game and then the game made the sound, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Okay. He looks pretty nice. He looks like if Lloyd Forger failed his assassination attempt, his mission. Let me replenish my energy first. Hang on. I'm here. Just nom nom. Okay. I have some cookies. I had some cookies. Where's the remote? Oh, here. It's pretty cool now. Hmm. Okay. 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 Got water. Then got some food. Let's start the game. Let's go. I think the game is not as bad as before. Let's turn it up a little bit. Okay. Here's your disclaimer. Ini mati tengok ya. Something mati. It's today is Thursday. I forgot. Wait, yeah, it is Tuesday. Okay. This is a work of fiction. The resemblance to any real life people is purely coincidental. This game contains a depiction of horror, mature themes, violence, and strong languages. Viewer discretion is advised. Sorry, something stuck in my teeth. Hang on. I'm sorry, but I can't stay here anymore, Nina. I feel like I'm going crazy. Calm down. If you can just talk it out. So many strange things keep happening one after another. Every day there is this damn dripping sound. I thought it was just something leaking at first, but I check every faucet, every ceiling, everything, and still I hear it everywhere, constantly echoing in my ears. Please listen to me. Oh, but the water, that damn water. Water? Yes, it's everywhere. Pools of it are all over the house, and every time I try to mop it all up, another will appear. There's no end to it. Ah, but it's at night. It's at night when it comes. What are you talking about? I hear someone or something walking along the hallways at night. Maybe it's just my grandfather. No, Nina, it's not him. I thought it was, but it's not. But I've seen it. That thing. Huh? I only glimpsed at it once, but I'm more than certain that thing was not your grandfather. Ever since that night, I would lock my door and pray it would walk past my room. I don't know what's going on, but I swear it just keeps walking. Always walking on pools of water. Sometimes I hear them randomly. Their steps are erratic and faint, but I can still hear them. Just a steady pace up and down the halls. But I think recently it's no longer like that. What do you mean? Every morning, I follow to see where the white footprints lead. It walks towards something, more clearly than before. We walk down the halls, climb the stairs, and turn corners. All of it, I'd follow. Eventually, the trail will come to a stop. And it will all stop, right by your grandfather's room. His room? If this is some sick joke to scare me away, then please stop. It's not a joke, Nina. I meant it when I said that there is something wicked going on in this house. That can't be true. I know this is a lot, but you have to believe me. I can't stay here any longer. I'm sorry, Nina. It's okay. I understand. Thank you for always taking care of my grandfather up until now. And I'm sorry for all the stress I've caused you. I'll be sure to pay you right away as soon as I... Nina, listen to me. I don't know what's happening around here, but... The moment the phone cautiously looks around, turning her head constantly back and forth, looking over her shoulder to find if any others listened. She grips the phone so close to her ear in a vice-like grip before speaking in a hushed tone. Something terrible is lurking around this house. I don't know what it is, but please, as soon as you get back, take your grandfather and just leave this place. Leave? I can't just leave everything behind. We have nowhere else to go. Please, Nina, this place is not safe. The rumors, they're true. The curse is real. My family is not cursed. But, Nina, at this rate, you and your family will... Enough! A pause. Cold and sharp tenseness strains the cause both women exhausted and stressed beyond their comfort. Try to stifle their growing frustrations towards one another. Neither yielding to the other's thoughts, only leaving anger and hurt to fester through the silence. After what feels like a suffocating stillness, Nina finally sighs heavily and responds bluntly to the caretaker. Look, I don't know what you heard or saw, but I can't just leave things like this. Whoever or whatever they are, they will answer to me. I won't let them have their way. I don't have time wasting my energy on this stupid curse. So if you can't help me, then so be it. I'll find a way. Nina, my grandfather is all I have left. He is all I have left. Diner, 7 a.m. Amid the foggy morning, there sits a man by the corner of a booth. Wait, this thing is... okay. I think it's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. He drinks black coffee and depending on his mood, occasionally orders a donut. And today, it was just black coffee. Ugh. I swear I've never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. A freaking mountain worth of it. You're a valuable member of our team, Hugo. My foot. I was starting to believe that I was bamboozled into joining the agency. Ha. Hugo Laurent, age 30. takes a good look at his cup of joe and chucks it all in one sitting. He then continues to grumble to himself about last night's grueling work at the office. I really need to find a different job. As he contemplates his poor life choices, he looks out towards the early mist. There was something inherently terrifying about the fog to him, how it engulfs everything and nothing. Even if it disappears, it always leaves behind traces, proof of it remaining. Even in a quaint little town like this, I can't even run from my fate, I guess. Hugo finally stares at the compiled newspaper clipping put together. Some of them from recent events, but mainly all were past headlines of missing person cases. No matter how many times I see this, it's still just as hard to look at. Fixating case after case, he can't help but remind himself that there is a reason for all of this. And all too personal reason. Too personal reason. Seeing strange things comes with a price. In the end, I'm the one doing this to myself. Sounds rough. Mind if I join, Kuya? An annoyingly familiar voice interrupts his train of thought. He slowly looks up to see the one responsible, although reluctantly. Good morning, Hugo. Hugo scowls and turns away from him, then gathers the files and shoves it back into the binder. Meanwhile, the tall man takes this as an initiative and sits at the opposite end of the booth. He greets the waiters passing by and orders himself the hefty body breakfast special with an extra plate. As usual, the waitress is happy to oblige and goes back to the counter to relay his order. The man then looks back at Hugo. He sees the empty cup and the now jumbled newspaper clippings. All the while, Hugo is trying to ignore him. You really should eat something with that black coffee. Not ordering any donut today. I'm fine, Noah. I'm just not in the mood, okay? Not even a little? There is a momentary silence between them before Noah steps in once more. Well, too bad for you. Order a big breakfast for the two of us. Two? As if the world could grace Noah with an even more perfect punchline, the food arrives. Why the hell did you order it for the two of us? Just eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about me. Whoa, makan masarap. Right, Hugo? Are you even listening to me? Come on, we both know that if you don't eat now, who knows when you will. And I'm not about to let you faint again. So open wide. Noah DeLeon, age 27, a natural-born charmer, is also the only person in the world who lovingly threatens him to eat every day. With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in and eats a generous spoonful without further complaints. It's good. Right? Good food will always help cheer you up. Damn him, I got swept away again. Oh, by the way, the chief will be out for a business trip. She mentioned it will be for a couple of days. When did she tell you this? I didn't hear anything about it. Yesterday, I think. Yesterday? She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. She didn't mention anything about business trip. I guess it was a pretty sudden one. Well, I mean, she did tell me to tell you. And lucky me, I know where you go every morning. You know what? I'm not surprised anymore. Well, what do you want to do? We technically have the day off. I'm gonna head back to the office. There's a couple of boxes I didn't get a chance to sort out. In that case, I'll come with you. Why? You could just rest for the day. And pass up this opportunity to get to know you better, Kuya? Could it? After their enlightening band, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for their meals, and head to Hiko's car. Doesn't have a car. As Noah opens the door to the passenger seat, he notices a bloodhound sleeping inside. The big dog stares at the sound of the car opening and lazily stares at Noah. Sorry, big guy. He then closes the door while trying not to make too much noise to disturb its occupant. Colby. Stunned for his name, his heavy-lit eyes slowly pick to see who calls for him. It is his one and only partner. He's human. As if finally realizing who he is or where he is, the old bloodhound stirs up from sleep, bounces at Higo and proceeds to wag his tail uncontrollably. Woof! Good morning, Colby. You had a nice nap? Colby, 8 years old, Higo's most faithful and loving partner in crime, has the biggest tendency to just sleep all over the place. Noah, who is visiting all of this from the backseat, chuckles to himself. He is amazed and slightly defeated at Higo's sudden surge of energy. Ha! It doesn't matter how many times I try. When it comes to boosting his mood, no one can be Colby. You can see 7:50 a.m. The three head back to the office. The space is just the same as Higo left it. I guess I can't sleep. Yeah, probably. Good for him. To his credit, for the amount of boxes he painstakingly went through, he believes he did a fair job. Albeit, it could have been better. Wow, you really did outdo yourself, Yago. It looks less crowded. Ugh, shut it, will you? I said I was gonna get to it. Thanks, boy. If I continue to give deserved headpats, he notices someone. A woman stands timidly peering outside from the storefront. She looks a bit frantic and even more restless with her disheveled and ill-fitted clothes, drawing emphasis to her already too invisible petite frames. The woman tries to grasp the door handle several times, but stopped before she could touch it. Her brows furrow, agitated and distressed about something. So much to the point it is preventing her from just simply reaching out for help. However, when she finally makes eye contact with Higo, she immediately rushes in. I'm so sorry. Should I put like a voice for her? Hang on a minute. That'd be annoying though.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Eller det plussar sa'yo. Bara så itamin, hemen.
That sounds so weird. Are you alright, miss? I need your help. My grandfather, he. Before she can continue explaining, Noah swiftly cuts in front of Hugo and it's not too practice matter. It's okay, miss. We'll hear what you have to say. So please, why don't you sit right over here? Noah gestures to one of the empty seats at the other side of the office. The poor woman hesitates for a moment. She clutches desperately for the strap of her purse, her eyes focusing apprehensively on them and at the gesture sit. After mulling over Noah's offer, she quickly glances back and nods. The woman then walks toward the corner of the room and sits at the edge of the sofa. Her posture is very intense, giving no sign of comfort for even this brief moment of peace. Can you start by telling us your name? I apologize for earlier. I'm usually a bit more composed than this, but I guess I'm failing at that too. My name is Nina Mortimer. Ah, hello Nina. My name is Noah De Leon. I am one of the assistants here. The big guy next to you is our other lovely assistant, Colby. And the one brooding over there here is our Bravo investigator, Hugo Lauren. I'm not brooding, I'm just tired. And our chief is away on business, but I think we can still come at you. So how can we help, Miss Nina? For just a moment, Nina appeared a bit more relaxed, more hopeful, maybe even relieved from this warm welcome. However, she once again tenses up. The guilt and shame come rushing back to her, visible by the creases of her brow as she once again realizes why she is here. I need help watching over my grandfather tonight. Tonight? Yes, I know this is a strange request, but my hands are tied on this. It has to be tonight. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, but I don't quite understand. Is your grandfather in any danger? I think someone is trying to take him away. Take him? Miss Nina, I think you should contact the police right away. They are far more equipped at handling this kind of situation. No, they're not. I've tried requesting their help, but they've given me the same answer verbatim for weeks now. They would send someone out to watch over the menu for the entire day, but by the end of their routine, they would always report back nothing unusual. They saw no one else living or arriving in the house other than me or the caretaker. Instead of telling them all in the detail about the letters and all the strange things happening there, there's nothing they can do about it. They just sit around till it's killed even more. I can't wait any longer. Any more than able to wait. If only I knew who Lewis was. Lewis? She sort of guessed. Her hands shut out to cover her mouth and she said much carelessly. Tries to avoid their gaze, but Hugo stares persistently at her. Miss Nina, who is Lewis? Are they the ones causing all this? Once more she contemplates, her brows knit closely together as she bites her lip nervously. It's as if the words she wanted to say have suddenly died out, too heavy to even start to even utter. A mistake she can't take back. Before the silence stretches further, Noah speaks to Nina with a gentle and reassuring tone. Miss Nina, I know it's scary of all of the things you mentioned to us so far. No one should ever have to experience it, especially by themselves, and I assure you we'll listen to all of it. I promise. While her manic eyes search deeply at them, trying desperately to discern any doubt or mistrust on their faces. However, all she sees are people who are willing to give their time to simply listen to her, to actually help her. From this alone, Nina looks to the side where her purse is and opens it. Tucked inside one of the pockets, she takes out a single, slightly crumpled envelope with a pigmented red wax seal pressed in the middle. At a glance, Hugo can tell right away that this letter appears to be a bit more worn out and antique, and yet, despite its delicate form, it remains well preserved, well kept. It's as if the letter itself was untouched by time, forever waiting to be opened. My grandfather has been receiving cryptic letters for the past month now. The letters didn't come with an address or the name of the sender, but this one is different from the rest. This had the name of Louis on it. She hands over the letter. Hugo notices her hand slightly shaking. Nina is still avoiding his gaze, but he knows she is trying in earnest. Before he reaches out his hand, he senses it. A faint shift in the room, unnoticeable to the others, but all too glaringly clear to him. There is something very wrong with this letter. Suddenly, Hugo recalls his hand away in pain, like being struck with something sharp, so spontaneously, so memorable that even if the pain disappears within seconds, a hint of it remains, something so small, akin to a break from a rose stone, or more like a paper cut. Are you alright? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. No, I'm fine, Miss Mortimer. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Nico stares squarely at the cut. A thin red line starts to form slowly by the top of his index finger, trailing down and stopping just above the first crease. A red so clearly visible, it's daunting. That doesn't look like a normal pepper cut to me. Let me get you a band-aid. It's fine, Noah. I don't need one. But really, it's fine. As if I hurt that bad. Noah takes one good look at him before sighing exasperately and sitting back down in his chair, still eyeing on Hugo's hand. Hugo shrugs and returns his nose back to the letter, but this time, luckily, nothing happens. For it to reach all the way out here with just a letter alone is truly terrifying. Carefully, he removes the content of the envelope and unfolds it. At first, it looks like any other normal written messages. Wait. A person named Louis is asking the other, Henry, to come meet him by the lake at midnight, needing to share something important with him. However, what's eerily striking about this is not the letter itself. Peering at the bottom of the page, a message scrawled, unlike the rest, stands visibly out to Hugo. A message that shouldn't be there. Remember our promise, Henry. When did you receive the letter? Yes, yesterday. And your grandfather? Where is he right now? He's currently back at the house with the caretaker. I promised them I wouldn't be out for too long. I made an agreement with them, you see. Oh? What sort of agreement? The caretaker we have now agreed to watch over my grandfather, but only during the day. Before nightfall, they would leave exactly at the same time. Before nightfall? I wanted to believe that this whole thing was an elaborate scheme to scare my family away. I know it sounds crazy, but at one point I thought everyone was in on it. The mail carriers, the officers, the caretakers. Everyone had a hand at making our family suffer. But this one was different. Up until now, I've never heard of anyone by that name. Not a relative or family friend. But they clearly know who my grandfather is. If I don't do something about this, I'll lose I'll lose him too. Just by uttering the words alone, Nina begins to break down. The stress, the anxiety, the fatigue, all of it was finally catching up to her. Her body hunches forward, her hands pressed close to her eyes as she tries to cover the string of tears running down her face. It's an act of comfort. Colby sits closer to Nina while Noah fetches tissues for her. Hugo, on the other hand, is puzzled. So this whole thing has been on for the past month, but something doesn't add up. And before nightfall, I think there is something more to this she is not admitting. Whatever happened with the letter, I am more than certain. That whoever or whatever Louis is, they're coming for blood. Of course, that's the case, man. Why not? Do you want more tissues? We'll do it. We'll take on your case. For a moment, everything goes still. Their eyes and attention are slowly directed at Hugo, whose eyes have a certain glint to them, now unwavering and more determined than ever. Before anyone else speaks, Nina stands up, wipes away any stray tears from her face, and walks up to him. You'll take it? Hugo simply nods. Thank you, thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. We're glad to help, Miss Nina. Please just call me Nina. Well, Nina, we'll do our best. Nina smiles at Hugo in no end gratitude. Her eyes renew with a faint gleam, a hope that maybe things will change for her and her family for the better. However, before heading out, Nina reaches into a bag once more. She takes out a small piece of paper and pen and hastily starts jotting down something. I best be on my way now. I'll let grandfather know ahead of time I'll be coming. 4970 Church Street. Also, this is my address. I'll be sure to greet you all when you arrive. And thank you again, truly. She politely bows to them and walks out of the office, already reaching into a purse for her car keys. Hugo watches from his desk as she goes to open the driver's seat. Nina looks back at the office window and takes one last look at Hugo. She waves slightly at him before finally pulling out of the parking lot and driving off. Once out of sight, Hugo turns to look at his cluttered desk. Still messy, but presentable. I guess I'll have to sort this out later again. Car, 5:30 p.m. The ongoing downpour to the quiet hums of the car, they sit in silence. Still miles off their destination, Hugo constantly checks the rearview mirror to see any passing cars. But it was only them on the road. Noah usually checks his ear off by now, leans quietly against the car doors and looks out to the passing streetlights, reserved and distant. He doesn't say a word to Hugo since they left the office. Hey, you're a lot quieter than usual. What's wrong? Ha, what a surprise. Have you been looking at me, Kuya? No, you idiot. You usually just talk a lot, that's all. So do you miss me talking? Just say it. Do you believe her story? What? Given all the things she's told us, do you think she's telling the truth? Yes, I believe her. Or at least I believe she hasn't lied to us. But you know, I can't shake this feeling that she is hiding something. Like if she left out a certain detail on purpose. Like, why did she have to travel this far out of town for a private eye? Surely there must have been another far closer to her home than ours. I just don't know how to explain it. As expected of you, Hugo. Are you making fun of me? No, not at all. Just admiring observations. I didn't want to offend Anya earlier, so I kept quiet until she finished. But her last name caught me off guard. Huh? Have you heard about the Mortimers? They're a pretty distinguished family that owned an esteemed fishing company. Well, they used to, I believe. They have yet to name an heir. What do you mean? Should it actually go to Nina? It should, but I don't know. From what I heard, each time they try to name a successor, that, that relative mysteriously disappears. Huh? Gone without a trace, or so anyone thought. Their bodies would soon turn up months after. And you know what's strange? All of them have been labeled as accidents by local news. No foul play, just another unfortunate loss for the family. They've been struck with so many tragedies that over time people begin to believe they were cursed or something. Cursed. I think I can understand why she wouldn't go to the police again. They most likely thought she was seeing things and went along with it. Just to keep the went along with the procedure to keep face. But deep down, they must have thought she had gone mad. Hmm. I can't imagine all of this for Nina. Wait, can you do this, please? Okay. And most of all, who knows what we'll find there? Is that why you decided to come with me? Well, partially. I'm more worried about you though. Me? Why? Think of it this way. I'm the appointed driver. When you decide to do some pretty reckless shit, I'll be there to drive you to the local hospital. Ugh. Besides, two is better than one. Exactly. It was fun with Colby coming with me. Well, have you heard that three is better than two? Ah. Mortimer Estate, 6 p.m. Passing through countless dirt roads and steep cliffs, the estate can finally be seen beyond the evergreen. Nestled away from prying eyes, it stands tall, magnificent and classic. Truly a rarity only afforded to the privileged. And yet, all its opulence, it looms from a distance. Hugo and Noah could only gaze at the sheer scale of the manor. Its grand stature topples easily over the dozen of houses they drove past. Wow, look at the size of it! I could never imagine seeing a house like this in person. It's almost too surreal. Come on, she's waiting for us. Immediately after exiting the driver's seat, a sudden sharp pain weighs heavy on Hugo's chest. Gasping tightly at his coat, he begins to gasp for air. His vision hazes as he leans close to the car, trying desperately to ground himself. Like a fish drawn out of the sea, he desperately heaves. The air in his lungs, escaping too quickly, burns as he feels his throat start to drain, drawing tighter the more he breathes. But his pain pales in comparison to a feeling far more excruciating. Is it the house? No, something far more sinister. He feels it. Someone is watching him. A piercing gaze fixed on him, like leering at a bug and waiting to strike. We'll be together soon, Henry. What the hell? Damn it already. I need to hurry, or else. Hey, are you alright? No calls out to him. Yeah. Colby nudges his head against Hiko, whining with concern over his partner's well-being. Did you hear that just now? Hear what? That voice. It was so close to my ear. Is everything alright? Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me. I'm just a bit winded up from the trip, that's all. I'll be happy to make you tea at the very least. If it's no trouble. No, not at all. It's the least I can do. Once again, this subtle uneasiness from Nina's resurfaces. But before he could get a chance to look further into it, she walked off towards the front porch without saying another word. Are you sure you're alright? It's not like you were choking earlier. I said I'm fine. Besides, we're already here. We can't back out now. That was my discussion. Is it? I don't know. Is it me? Listen to me. I think you should. The lab really cuts his lecture short. She notices Nina's waterfront. She stands by the door, silently contemplating something. It's just like before, but this time she seems even more anxious. Whatever unease she tried to mask earlier becomes more apparent the minute they walk closer to the front door. I haven't been quite honest with you, detective. Was the game? Okay. Hmm? Uh, just like before, as if carefully choosing her next words, she decided that in this situation, words are not enough. You'll see for yourself what I mean. And with that, Nina enters the house, leaving the tree to follow behind. Hugo is about to enter through the foyer when he feels a tug on his arm. Don't forget what I told you. If something happens, let me know right away. She'll be the first to know. And with that, Noah releases a grip on Hugo. They proceed to head in, not knowing what awaits them beyond the door. Greeted with a bright lit hallway, Hugo notes immediately that the interior is just as grand. Adorned with floral accents and antique furnishings, the house itself exudes the word elegance. A classic and rustic charm with the walls and floorings made from the finest wood. Hugo couldn't help but keep when he walked in. However, this is something even more distinct than the splendor. Behind the seemingly perfect veneer, an unsettling air breathes throughout the house, leaving no room for doubt that the inside is far more terrifying than the outside. Please, come this way. Bracing themselves, they entered the dimly lit drawing room. At first glance, Hugo could not discern the silhouette situated at the far corner. Only the sparse lighting from the window pierces through a fraction of the room's darkness. However, as they approach closer to the silhouette, Hugo now understands the reason for all of Nina's unsettling vagueness. Grandfather, we have guests. Huh? What the fuck? He's pretty handsome. Sitting on the armchair is a very young man, not much older than Hugo or Noah. He is dressed modestly and shares none of the imposing presence of the manor. No, rather, such luxury does not even remotely reflect on the man before them at all. It's as if the flow of time had stopped only for him, while the rest had continued to changing drastically without him. Just like the latter, timeless, delicate, and jarringly out of place. Staring out, staring only at the window, the young man sits there, dazed with little acknowledgement of the people around him. Still, motionless, like a doll. Grandpa, these are the people I spoke of. This is Detective Laurent and his two assistants, Colby and Noah. They're gonna help us. Hmm. Even after introducing them to the head of the Mortimer estate, Hugo and Noah could not help but feel unnerved. The man before them is supposed to be the frail and older than any of them. And yet here he remains, forever unchanging, forever young. They've come a long way, so let me make some tea. Would you also like some, Grandpa? He does not reply back, nor does he glance at Nina or anyone else in the room. Only fixates his gaze on the rain, nothing else. I'll be sure to make a cup for you too. She then timidly gestures to Hugo and Noah back to the foyer. Bearing more questions, the two follow Nina outside. Before they leave the drawing room, he takes one last look at the young man. There's an all too familiar air about Henry Mortimer. His eyes, they're similar to his own. Whatever he must be longing for, Hugo knows it will never end well. Nina, that man. Yes, it's my grandfather, the one I asked you all to watch over. I know this hard to believe, but I draw something out from a pocket. It's an old picture of a handsome man with slicked back hair wearing the finest of suits. The gentleman in the picture has a different air to him, one of wealth and power, none of which reflects at all on the current Henry Mortimer. It's almost as if looking at two different people. This isn't much to go by, but believe me, they are the same person. Damn, why does he look so young? Uh, it happened a few nights ago. I was on my way to get a cup of water when I heard a loud thud coming from grandfather's room. I was worried that something fell over, so I went to go check. When I opened the door, I found him collapsed on the ground. I rushed to help him up, but when I did, he looked so different. He wore the same clothes that my grandpa wore that night. And his face, I recognized his face. He looked younger. So many things were rushing through my head at the moment, yet I knew he felt familiar to me. I know it sounds bizarre the more I talk about it, but that's what happened. It was also the same night I found that letter. It was next to him, already open. I'm sorry again for all of this. No matter who I went to, they just said something was wrong with me and my family. With everything going on, maybe they're right. The pools of water, the letters, Louis, and now this. I've been ignoring the signs for years and just blindly hoping things can get better if I try to find solutions on my own. But it's not enough anymore. My family is really No, they're not. Crystals aren't real. Detective? I think if you easily get too involved in believing that sort of being things exist. In truth, the one who fixes it on it make it their reality. Rumors, doubt, lies, all of those things are what they want to become real. Deep-rooted emotions like that can't possibly be healed or fixed right away. But like hers, those emotions drag other people down with them. Personally, I think you were caught up in all of this, but I assure you, we'll see this through. For you and Mr. Mortimer. Thank you. Good. Now, our first priority is to find out more about Louis. Nina, the letter you showed is back at the agency. Do you have it with you? Ah, yes, it's here. Do you mind if I borrow it for a bit? I'll be sure to give it back. Of course, but what are you going to do with it? I've searched everything on the letter and I still couldn't come up with clues. Ah, I'll be using it as a reference or a guide, if you will. I'm afraid I can't discuss too much of the process. Trade secret and all. Ha ha ha. Ah, of course. I'll check upstairs. Noah, you and Colby check the ground floor. Got it. For the little down, he grabs a hold of Noah's shoulder. Leans in close enough for Nina to hear. Keep a close eye on Mr. Mortimer and Nina. Especially Nina. I don't want her to be dragged any more than she already is. So whatever happens, keep her safe. Hugo, you... Fine. But remember, yell for me, okay? I know. Thank you, Noah. I'm counting on you. You too, boy. Final nod at them, Hugo then goes towards the staircase and head upstairs. Noah stares for a moment longer. He goes back before he disappears to the first floor. He then turns to look at Colby. Well, it's time to get to work. Right, Colby? Investigation starts. The objective is to look around the area for objects to proceed the story. Use the arrows or the arrow keys to move to a different area. Outlines will appear on a clickable object. On the top right is the hint button. Click it, it will highlight an object you missed. Mr. Mortimer will sit motionless by the corner of the room. He is never leaving the rain. It's a menu, not a menu. Why are all the mirrors covered? Strange. Maybe because to prevent dust, maybe. Nothing here. The vase and delicate arrangement of violets and white roses. They seem to be fresh and fairly new. A large bookshelf stands close to the entranceway. It contains a couple of photo albums and a few phone books. An old rotary dial telephone. Looks like it's still in good use. Frames decorating the walls are covered in white sheet, veiled with a thin lining of dust on top of each one. Wow, there's so many paintings covering the wall. Are they more like this all over the house? Yes, my grandfather commissioned them many back in the day, but sadly doesn't do that anymore. I can't help but notice the paintings are covered. How come? I did that. I covered them up for my grandfather's sake. He's sick. Yes, he was pretty upset with them, you see. There were times when he would mutter to himself and would just stare at the painting for days on end. It worries me so much that I had to cover them all. Since then, he hasn't stared at any of them. He just sits quietly, looking outside. I see. But the paintings, I also noticed they all have a similar theme. They all had water in them. I know this isn't a coincidence since you've told us before, but if there's anything you know, anything at all, then please tell me. Noah, can I ask you a question first? Ah, sure, go ahead. Do you believe in mermaids? Mermaids? I don't suppose I do. Why? I guess to the floor. Not actually fit the entire class together. Temporarily size and containers. Well, there's this story, or rather, more like a fairy tale that my family has passed down. A fairy tale? Yes, well, it feels like one to me. It was about a fisherman who fell in love with a mermaid. Every day and night he would go out by the shore to gaze at her beauty, but one day she vanished, leaving him confused and heartbroken. Determined, he would sail many seas for his chance to see her again, sailing from coast to coast, new lands beyond and back. Not long after, fortune followed him all through his journey and made him one of the wealthiest and most highly respected in his village. However, despite all the wealth he gained through his travels, he never found the mermaid again. She would only be a dream, nothing more. I am Steve. Flynn and Steve. I haven't watched that movie. Don't spoil it for me. Hi Mix, how are you doing? That's the end of the story. If it doesn't chicken jockey. It doesn't end happily, but I guess there was a lesson behind all of it. I just never understood it. What do you think happened to the mermaid? I know it's an exaggeration, and yet I can't help but wonder. It's hard to say. I just feel bad for both of them. Huh? To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of sad endings. If it were me, I would wish the fisherman and the mermaid would see each other again. Or at least that's what I think. Even if they weren't meant to be with each other. Yeah, I think so at least. I wouldn't want to imagine going through a journey all by myself. Oh, sorry. It's okay, Mix. No worries. It's alright. It's hard being alone. Journey all by yourself. Mortimer Estate, 11:30. After searching vigorously through each of the rooms, he knew his findings would eventually lead him here. This is it. Hugo walks towards the nearest lampshade and switches it on. Dimly illuminated, he sees the extent of how lavish this part of the house is. From the customized window drapes to the vintage furnishings, everything here exudes that extravagance. But much like the interior Hugo has seen so far, he finds this one in particular reeks of it. Plastered from wall to wall, a gloom lingers. It's as if the room itself is moldering, despite its preserved nature. So what's this? What's going on? What's happening? We're playing a game called Stillwater. It's like a detective. And then there's like this girl who thought her family is cursed because everyone in her family died every time they got named as an heir of the family. So yeah. Okay, and then now the grandfather is still alive, but he's young for some reason. My cat is meowing. Now he's trying to find out why. Like the granddaughter called the detective, which is us here. A classic wooden chest lies at the foot of the canopy bed. Its lock still firms homely. Still firmly holds. Holy shit. Still firmly holds, safeguarding whatever is inside. If it's nice, it will light up. So, like if it's clickable, it will light up. Oh, scattered pieces of paper, all forgotten, lie waiting on the cold floor. Heavily etched markings are found scrawled all over the papers. A leather-bound journal rests on the edge of the table. Its pages are so torn out haphazardly that the binding itself is starting to fall out. A pristine pearl-white tea set sits patiently by, untouched and unused for quite some time. An old photo for a lost time, a sweet summertime memory of a little girl with a beloved grandfather. That's it. Oh, atop the fireplace, unblemished and unmarked by time, hangs a curious and familiar painting of a beautiful woman floating on water. A meticulously organized set of academic books, ranging from non-fiction to geography, are all on display. However, hidden away behind the vast collection are some children's fairy tales, all carefully kept. Cool. Thank you, I guess. Enjoy the stream. I need to hurry. I don't want to stay here for too long. Mortimer Estate, 11:50 p.m. He searches and searches, and still there is no sign of Louis. To Hugo, even if there is a fragment, a singular thread to that person, to their real selves, he could find them. But there is nothing. Not one thing pertaining to him. It's as if the thought of Louis barely exists at all. I think Mix is in like YouTube, Monica. What is going on? I clearly sensed that presence from before, but it's gone again. Damn it. I wish I had more time. No, calm down. He has to be here. I just need to focus. He ponders again, retracing every step and every little detail. Yeah, I know. Okay. Hoping that he overlooked something. Yet all he knows is that the one tangible thing that connects him, that tethered so closely to this space and most of all to Henry, is the letter. Words of promise, of love, all delicately etched onto a page, but tainted with a powerful and dark emotion that has been festering for too long. Nice. Tainted. From the very start of all of this, Hugo believed that whoever Louis was, they were the ones responsible. He thought he could find them and convince them to stop their haunting for good, to bring them peace and move on. However, that isn't the case anymore. The unnatural force that binds everyone so closely together in this film is not the cause of an angry spirit. No, it's something far more devious than that. As he takes the letter out from the envelope, he notices change within. Bearing no foreboding thread at the bottom of the page, it looks just like a regular letter, or rather, what it once was. A sad and tragic love. If you can't come, then I understand. Things have gotten more complicated with your mother ever since she found out about us, right? I'm sorry, Henry, for everything. It hurts to see you so torn up like this. I would never hurt you or drag you along with me. If this is to be our farewell, then can I ask you one last favor? Could you keep my locket? I know this is selfish for me, but I'd like for you to have it. I'd be happy to know if it's safe with you. My heart will forever be yours, Henry. With love, always, Louis. So this was a true letter. Small warmth emanates from the paper, wrapping closely around his fingers, quiet and soothing. The fragment Hugo was searching for. Louis, I'm sorry. You were also a victim in all of this too. Please, if you can hear me, I need your help. Without warning, the sound of a click can be heard across the bedroom, as if something unlocked itself. Hugo turns his head towards the sound and sees the chest. Unlike the other furniture, its dark and rustic features have not been maintained well, left to rot on its own. Lee stops at the sound of a voice, a sweet voice whispering to him, beckoning him towards the fireplace. Come here, my sweet boy. There, mounted by the fireplace, is a painting of a beautiful woman floating on water. Her pale skin is incandescent, brilliantly prominent against the contrast of the dark, murky waters that keep her hidden, keep her bound to the canvas. Hugo stares intensely at the picture. An empathic sorrow swells within him, disarming his very senses and forcing him to inch closer, surrendering himself to the sweet song. Poor thing, how lonely you must feel. You are a lot like him, like Henry. As Hugo approaches closer and closer to the meeting, his mind screaming to run. He sees it. You can finally see beyond the facade the lady portrays, for what the painting truly is. But don't worry, I can take away that sadness. A deformed creature, a mermaid, floats above the surface. The voice whispers. Large, hollow eyes stare back, boring deeply into his eyes. Her skin is melting, bleeding heavily, this black ichor as it gushes out from the canvas. Some of it starts to hit not only the floor, but Hugo as well. The black and viscous dark clings persistently onto him, unrelentless as they continue to pile up. Then he feels it. What drew him initially to this thing? A deep sense of longing rushes through him, snuffing out what little control he had left, finally embracing this nature to come home. Take my hand. Without hesitation, Hugo reaches out his hand while his body leans in close to the mermaid. She grabs and pulls him in. Not once looking back, he dives and follows after her, returning to nothing. He died? Oh, he did. Okay. Listen, I don't like Switch because it's from Nintendo and they made like FromSoft made a game like fucking Bloodborne inside that game, and it's exclusive for that thing only, which makes me mad. So I should have saved that, huh? Damn it. Okay, so that was bad. That was not good. Good. Skipping. Nintendo Direct. I don't like Nintendo 2. Stupid. Because they make it only exclusive only for those, which is shit. Not everyone can afford it, you know. It's pretty expensive for me since I'm not from. Okay, let me stop the skipping now. No, stop the skip. Come on. Okay. Guess this is already done. So can I stop the skipping, please? Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot to save. Self-voicing. Wait, they have other captions? What am I supposed to click? Oh, this book. Okay. I like Bloodborne. I like that. What is the Dust Blood? The new game is called Dust Blood, right? I love how it looks, but it's just no. It's only for Switch too, you know. So it just makes me mad. So not everything can like not everyone can buy it. So that's why I'm mad, I guess. No, stay focused, Hugo. Let me save this real quick. I won't let it get to me. Preparing himself, he heads toward the chest and opens it. Inside, scrambled together are bunches of notebooks and small trinkets. Hugo continues to rummage through when he stumbles across an old newspaper article. Young man found dead by the lake. Huh? An identified young man was found the morning of 3 days prior to his death, according to the police. Ruled as a suicide, police have claimed that the troubled youth drowned himself. This certainly is a tragic loss, an unfortunate event indeed. No claim of his body has been made yet. Lewis. By the corner of Hugo's eyes, he spots a bright glint buried beneath the clutter. He reaches for it. A locket of brilliant gold shines unblemished, retaining a timeless cluster. Inside it safeguards a picture of a young man with glasses, smiling brightly. This must be the locket that he was talking about. It's so pretty. I'm surprised it shines like this in this picture. Did he put this here? No, it might be in Henry. But why would he store it way like this? What should I do? I should probably hold on to this for now. Take it to him, please. Lewis? Gentle but distant plea echoes. So what kind of games do you like, dude? I like horror games. I like horror games. I'm fine with visual novel stuff, but it's like a lot of reading, which just makes me mad. I have to drink water a lot. But it's okay. I like to express myself by talking. Like me voice acting different characters is fun for me. I like horror, I like visual novels. I like Minecraft too. I like visual novel that has like horror element into it. Okay, and then yeah, I guess I don't have like much games to play. I mean, I play what's it called? I forgot the name. Yeah, I play Delta Force a lot. Not a lot, but I like it. A forgotten ache of yearning and regret grips him deeply. Feelings not of his own start to rise like small ripples on a pond, wanting to be found again and remembered. Don't worry, I'll bring it to him. I'll make sure of it. He goes about to put everything back into the chest when he feels a wet and cool sensation crawl up his leg. What? Water. A pool of water spread across the floor, already seeping into the chest. Damn it, no! Suddenly the lights turn off. A scream is heard by a myriad of shouts. Higo is about to call to Noah, but stops at the sight of a pale feet before him. Looming over him stands a tall and ominous figure. His face is shrouded in complete darkness, devoid of any human emotion. It appears as a young man, but Higo knows that it's far from it. Now, this very thing is trying to imitate a human form, trying to be human. Higo could only stare back. Paralyzed with fear, he is forced to watch the horror as it slowly creeps towards him. It's just like before, the sensation of someone staring at him from within, but this time it's drawing nearer, inching ever so closely. The words to call out to Colby or Noah fail to reach out. Lodged in his throat, he struggles in pain. With his breathing shallow, he tries to force his body to move. Then it stops. Looking down at Hugo, filled with nothing but malice and contempt, it speaks. Don't get in my way. All of, all of a sudden, the door to the bedroom slams shut and the entity disappears. Tension from his body finally releases its agonizing grip and he gasps desperately for air. His vision blurs and his breathing is haggard. He staggers towards the door. He yanks at the handle several times, but it's tightly jammed. Fuck! Noah! Colby! To his dismay, he is only greeted with silence at the end of the door. Damn it! From distance, he faintly hears the sound of Colby's relentless barking as he gets further away from the house. Well, I never play horror games that much. The only horror I play is FNAF, and that's it. I mean, horror games are fun. For me, getting scared is fun. You know, I like to see myself getting scared. I also like to make people laugh. So in like a horror game with like a multiplayer element, like Repo, I like playing Repo. Repo is like my favorite game right now. I love horror to watch. I know you do, Monica. He rushes towards the window. He tries to pry it open, but just like the door, heavy force prevents him from doing so, like being in the water. His movement slow and drawn out, as if being dragged on by that thing. Fuck this! Looking around the room, he spots a nearby chair. But moments later, Hugo grabs the chair and starts to strike the window. Bit by bit, the window cracks get larger with each blow, splitting up small pieces. What the hell is this thing made out of? Still trying to catch his breath, he musters all the strength he has left for the right blow. Damn you! Just break already! Clearing the remnants of the glass shards, Hugo peers his hand out to see any railings he can grab hold of. However, he discovers instead that the wall adjacent is covered in ivy. Despite how heavy the rain has drastically become, he reaches out for it, grabbing a handful of the vines. Carefully, he climbs out the window, gripping tightly and making sure he doesn't lose his footing. Yet, to his luck, the patch of vines he clutches to start to tear away from the wall. Out of desperation, he struggles to find his grip on another, but feels when his hands slip out of reach. Shit! Clamoring wildly as he loses grip on the ivy, she crash lands down to a trinket of bushes. Air forced out of him, he heaves uncontrollably, trying to even out his breathing. But even that is laborious. An immense pain spread across not only his back, but his entire body. God, I'm getting too old for this. Although his body screams out in pain, he forces himself up. There's still time. I can do this. I have to do this. With staggering feet and haggard breathing, he makes his way to the place where it all started. To the lake, where this tragedy starts and ends. Lake. Finally entering to the park, Hugo calls out to Colby and Noah. Colby! Noah! Where are you? He hears faintly the sounds of barking and echoes of people yelling in the distance. He rushes towards the echo, guiding him through the downpour. With his heart racing and blood rushing to his head, he finds his way to the lake. Drawing closer, he sees Nina giving chase to her grandfather. Unfortunately, she doesn't get too far as Noah stops her. But I really do love watching other players play horror games, and it's very funny watching them getting scared. You should go to my YouTube channel. Wait, you are on YouTube right now. Go to that and watch the videos that I made. It's very funny on Repo. Grandpa, stop! Grandpa, let me go. My grandpa, he's... No, Nina, it's dangerous. You'll get hurt too. I don't care. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. It's at that instant Hugo trudges against the water, pursuing Nina instead. Hugo? No, don't! Please, falls deaf to his ears. Not even the whines and worried cries of his partner could make him turn back. Determined, he forges ahead. Nearing the deep end of the lake, he sees Henry Mortimer, gazing directly at the abyss. He looks even more frail and disheveled than before. It's as if all the life he's lived up until this point has begun to fray. draining every ounce of himself and surrendering it all to the lake. Before Henry could lean in, Hugo reaches out and tugs at his arm. Mr. Mortimer, listen to me. Nothing is waiting for you down there, so please come to the shore with me. Motionless and unresponsive, he stares deeply into the water. The haze over his eyes is still obscure and persistent. There are so many things we cannot afford to lose in our lives. And you're one of them. To Nina, you're all she has left. She needs you, Mr. Mortimer. Hugo felt it. A slight jolt from Henry's arm, as if stirred by the mention of Nina. He slowly turns to face Hugo. Nina. However, just as cruel and violent as the storm, Henry jerks back, wrenching his arm away from Hugo's hold on him. No, all of this is my fault. No, don't do that. I'm trying to read. I can't read properly if you do that. Do it in like a repo game or something. Maybe. If only I got to Louis sooner, then none of this would have happened. He was waiting for me, was patient with me. And yet all the things he's done, I chose my family over him. He's gone, we gotta let him pick him. Henry backs further away from the shoreline. Mr. Mortimer! His maddening eyes never straying away from Hugo as he keeps his distance from him. Louis, I'm so sorry. I was the one who dragged you into this. You deserve so much more, and I wished. And he struggles over his words. He clasps tightly to his shirt, his throat dry and taut from all that he has bottled up. From all those repressed and silent years of just waiting for this curse to finally take him. I wish I had gone with you that night, Louis. Sir, even if you still covered that wish, it wouldn't resolve anything. Not for you or Louis. I read what he wrote to you those years ago. He understood if you didn't want to come see him. But the thing is, Mr. Mortimer, Louis never thought anything less of you. He said so in his letters to you. His letters. For the longest time, I wanted to believe he hated me for that. Resented me for that choice. Or at least, I thought it was easier for me to think that way. How long has it been since I talked about him? It's been too long, sir. But that's why you don't have to shelter all of that pain by yourself anymore. We can talk about it. About you and Louis. All of it. Together. Hugo extends not only his hand to him, but a promise. A promise that Henry had yearned for so long. A way to forgive himself. He hesitates at first. What fool believes in deserved forgiveness? Such a thing doesn't exist. And yet, despite everything, Hugo still reaches out to him. To a stranger. Maybe he can be forgiven. Just as he was about to reach out for Hugo, a hand slithers around Henry's instead. Its arms unnaturally contort around him while its head perches on his shoulder. This thing, this Louis, is no longer pretending to be human. With piercing, cold green eyes, it glares directly at Hugo, mocking him, cursing him, wishing nothing but despair. We can be saved. We can be forgiven. There is only one true way out of this. I will share with you the most happiest of endings. But Hugo could reach out to Henry's hand. He dissipates into the water. Mr. Mortimer! Without hearing the anguished cries and desperate pleas, Hugo dives after him into the abyss. Oh? Plunging into icy waters, Hugo feels shock running rampant throughout his body, like spikes continuously piercing from his legs to the tips of his fingers. Fiercely and unyielding, his chest tightens and his heart races as he begins to kick his legs, hoping whichever way he goes, he'll find his way to Henry. Swimming deeper and deeper in, he sees faintly a figure slowly descending to the darkness. As he finally gets closer to Henry, long snake-like arms stretch across the void and grab Hugo's neck, violently squeezing all the air out of him. He tries desperately to wrench its hands away, but with each struggle, Hugo's movement begins to weigh heavier and heavier. Louis, where are you, Louis? He's looking for Louis? Digging deep into his coat pocket, he grasped tightly in his hand the locket that Henry kept and had long forgotten, holding it out as it shines ever so brightly in the dark. Ah, there you are. He loses his grip on Hugo and instead reaches out for the locket. Taking this as a chance, he drops the chin and kicks with all his might to grab Henry's arm. With his heart and body screaming in pain, he swims desperately to the surface. Almost there! I just have to. As the light from the surface begins to glow, Hugo makes one last attempt to reach for it. With his limbs worn out and his energy spent, this is all he can do. Before he loses his consciousness, and he notices a figure swimming towards them, getting closer and closer. Then everything fades to black. Drifting along with what feels like an endless sea, Hugo courses through wave after wave, not knowing where he's going or caring for that matter. All he knows is that he's very, very tired. How long has it been since he had a good night's rest? It's been too long. Maybe I should take that rest now. I'd like that so much. I agree that you deserve it, but not here. Oh? Sorry for startling you. Just want to see you one last time before I go. Louis, you've done so much for me and Henry. I can't thank you enough. No worries. I want to thank you too for watching over me. And also, I want to apologize for my remarks before. I really thought that I had things figured out once I found you, but you know how hard that turned out for me. It's alright, really. After all this time, I didn't think anyone could hear me. Especially Henry. Yes. I was worried about him for a long time. He always wanted to keep me away from his personal struggles. To keep me safe from them. But I was too stubborn for my own good. Honestly, I don't regret it. Any of it. Even if I could no longer reach out to Henry, fate weaved its thread back to you, our tangent, connecting us once more to this very moment. And for that, I am very grateful to you, Hugo. You're welcome, Louis. From a far off distance, Hugo hears a voice crying out, beckoning for him to return. Well, they're waiting for you. I guess they really are, huh? Take care always, Hugo. You too, Louis. Lake. I heard him meow. That's my cat. With his eyes closed and his senses still returning, he feels the constant tugs and legs of a certain bloodhound, whining as he tries to wake up his partner. Hugo! He also hears another family voice, too annoyingly close for comfort. Eyes shot right open, he jerks up. Confused, Hugo looks around before he coughs out the remaining water in his lungs. Are you alright? What happened? Where's Mr. Mortimer? He's safe. So is Nina. They're both okay. The police and the ambulance should be arriving soon. Thank goodness. Isn't there any more you have to say to me? Instead of, thank goodness? I swear you don't steal damn word I say. I'm sorry, Noah. Sorry, let's out aside. Then going to pay Hugo's back, especially when someone approaches them. Detective Laurent? Oh, Nina. Someone I want you to meet. Behind her stands an elderly man. Frail in stature, he timidly looks to the side pensively as he ponders to himself. Although his youth has long faded, his eyes are what catches Hugo's attention. They're no longer a piercing and vicious green, only just like Nina's. Hello, Mr. Mortimer. Detective! I never got a chance to say goodbye to him. I always thought about it every day. What if Louis lived on in this world? What if he stayed a little longer with me? It's because of that constant mindset I dragged everyone down. And I kept hurting not only me, but Nina especially. I was the one who kept hurting her, the one to blame for all of this. But you, someone that I've never met, still went out of your way to save me, not knowing my burdens are my faults. Thank you. He reaches out to Henry and smiles proudly at him. It's my pleasure, sir. Okay, let's go. Henry talks at Hugo's hand. It's one last time. Hope that someday you two will overcome it. Hmm? Ah. The next day. Well, good morning, Hugo. You're bright and early. Morning. Much fervor and haste, Hugo resumes writing on his notepad. Although by closer inspection, he looks like he's going to combust any minute. Are you writing up the report? I look it up, Hugo responds back. Yeah, for the most part. You still need to write yours too. I will. But since I haven't had breakfast yet, I don't like it by myself. Let me guess. 2 is better than 1? Bingo! Oh, Hugo, you're really catching on. I'm so proud of you. Shut it, will you? Swear, if only I hadn't fall off, the goddamn my report would have been shorter. Oh no, I could begin to cut the bikini positive mention of Hugo's report. Oh yeah, by the way, mind telling me what happened to the Mortimer's window? I broke it. Well, that's obvious to me. What I don't understand is, why is it broken? Do you know how much it costs to repair a window like that? I know, it was really dumb of me. I'm sorry. Besides, I told Mr. Mortimer about it before we left. Honestly, I was expecting an earful from him. And also the bill. And, surprisingly enough, he said it was okay. Lucky us, right? So what? You call it a day after all of that? Thank you so much, Mr. Mortimer. You broke it. You pay for it. Would you chill? Of course I'll pay for it. But each time I kept insisting, he just shrugged it off. Said that we already went through a lot for them, so this was nothing in comparison. You know what? He's right. After all that we went through, we deserve at least a nap. Before he could walk away, he stops and sees a family person walking with herself front, carrying something with her. Good morning, you two. Just barely a foot through the door, a certain bloodhound stirs up from his resting spot. The man makes his way towards Nina Dale. Good morning to you too, Colby. Nina scratches behind one of Colby's ears, making his rifle constantly move his own, scratching an invisible but desirable spot for him. Good morning, Miss Nina. Morning. What brings you here this time around? Is everything alright with your grandfather? Yeah, he's doing pretty okay, actually. Even better than before. We talked so much last night, I hardly slept at all. But honestly, it's been a while since I last spoke to him so freely like that, I hardly felt tired at all. That's wonderful to hear. But there is something else I want to ask the both of you for. To put it bluntly, I need your help. If you two aren't busy, I would like some company eating these. Inside the plastic bag of 2 boxes placed on top of one another. She opens the box on top and reveals a colorful array of neatly decorated donuts all lined perfectly. No cramped or squished spaces. A work of art in Hugo's eyes. Wow, so pretty. Donuts! They look so delicious! I'm more than happy to eat this with you, Nina. Haha. There he goes again with his donuts. But yes, please join us, Miss Nina. We were about to have a breakfast too. Why don't we Kuya? Always so brazen in front of others. You didn't make it exceptionally easy for me. We both have such great chemistry with each other. On second thought, I'm way too tired for this. I'm going to have to apologize in advance for this, Nina. But truthfully, I've been running on last night's coffee and I'm about to pass out any minute now. No worries. I think a little break time sounds like what we all need right now. Thanks. Nico puts down his pen and presses his head for the couch. Pulls up to him. Like join us, Nina? I would love to. Guess we have saved this for later then. Yes, please do. Now come on, it's nap time. Noah sighs relief was sitting down the food on his desk. Then just turns towards the sofa in which he happily takes his over and joins them. I'm getting old. I mean, you are old. Shut it. This is really nice. Oh, good boy, Colby. Come here. Nina quickly coos at him and begins to scratch at the back of Colby's ears once more. Eagle leans a little close to Noah. His voice is above a whisper but close enough for Noah to only hear him. You know, I'm glad that you came along yesterday. Oh, what's this? Are you getting chummy with me now? call it charming, whatever, but I really mean it. If you hadn't saved this back there. Look, I told you before. I'll be there whenever you guys have the reckless shit. Besides, didn't you say this was nap time? Get some rest. You deserved it. You too. The calming silence feels it remains the best under the morning glow. No big parties or celebrations. Just each other's company and sharing this small reward. Small and warm comfort. Good end. Case closed. Okay. That was the game. And that should be the end of everything. We're already past schedule right now. It's already like 6:27 a.m. I'm supposed to only stream until 6 a.m. So we're past schedule. So this is where I will end it. There is a couple more visual novels. I think one of them I will record it with a friend and I will post it on YouTube, but I'm not sure yet. This game was great though. I love this game. The storytelling is great. I like it. In short, I really like it. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys who stayed till the end enjoyed the stream. And I will see you on when is today's date? Today is Friday for you, right? No, today is Wednesday for you. Which means I will see you on Friday. Early Friday, I think. Bye bye, Mix. Thank you for joining, by the way. Even though you jumped my stream, it's okay. Thank you for joining, Mix. Bye. Bye, Mix. Bye, Monica. Good night. I should be sleeping. It's 6:28 a.m. Good night. Goodbye. See you on Friday. Good gameplay. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Okay, bye.